3 chilled holes. Ready?
No, who are you? What are you doing?
Okay. This is Mike Deutsch, star Slinging Birdies TV. And we are going to do 3 chilled holes. Because right now, it is 38 degrees. It's going up to 70, but it's still 38, so they're still chilled. What we're trying to do is show that if you want to shoot under 100, you want to break 100, first, you got to break 12 on 3 holes. So let's do that, shall we? Hole number 1. Boom. Let's find that ball. It's straight ahead, right? I should have left the windscreen up. So we're driving to our ball. A lot of wind noise. As you can see, the grass is yellow because we're playing chilled golf. And we're trying to break 100, and we're trying to do it by scoring one of the first results. I didn't even know there were players. I couldn't see them. So where's my ball at? Is that it? Yes, it is. We're behind a group of 4 and we're playing as a single. When you play as a single, you're gonna wait a lot, but that gives you a chance to concentrate. So if you have extra time to concentrate, it should bode well for your game. You gotta steel yourself. Don't lose your rhythm, but be very, very, very patient. Okay, we're waiting for our turn to hit. We're playing as a single, so it's going to be like this. I'm going to try to keep my rhythm up, and what I'm going to do to keep my rhythm is I'm going to swing my orange whip, keep my groove going. This is just to keep my swing tempo. Again, the goal with this exercise of how to break 100 is first, how to break 12 on 3 holes. Consecutive holes too. I'm not talking about breaking 12 on 3 holes. You got to do it on consecutive holes, because if you can do that, you're setting yourself on a path toward being able to break 100. For all you hacks out there, the name of the game is stroke saving. So the 150 marker is right here. So I can tell I'm not using any gadgets. I'm just going with pure field golf, pretending you don't have anything going. So you got the 150 marker. I'm a little bit in from there, a little bit of a downhill though. So what I'm trying to do to preserve strokes, I'm going to hit my 7, which is usually for me around 150. This way, I don't want to end up in those sand traps. I want to definitely get past there for stroke saving and make sure that I'm in position at least to attempt to get a birdie. We got the whole left side of the green open. Nothing worried about it. I don't want to be in that sand trap. I want to be toward the flag. I'm going to take dead aim at the flag. The tree is a little bit in the way, so we may have a catastrophe here, but that's okay. Aim a little left and it shouldn't happen. Take a practice swing. And hopefully my next swings, I have trouble hitting 2 good shots in a row, so just a warning. No excuses though. Okay, kind of mishit that a little bit. I'm in the sand, but I'm in good position. Let's carry on. Not much of a smooth ride here, is it? So this isn't like a white sandy sand trap. This is kind of like deep sand. You see I got a steep hill that I'm gonna have to contend with there. So let's see where I ended up. Oh no, totally forgot about that. I do not have my sand wedge with me because I was playing in my backyard, but I do have I only have 1 wedge in my bag. Guys, this happens sometimes. I was practicing in the backyard. I left all my wedges except my 60 degree in my bag, and you'll see a chipper I got too called the Square Strike. So I do have 2 with me, but I left my most useful ones. Anyway, let's go at it. Let's get right in the sand with me right here. Show how steep that hill is, like what we have to overcome. You see that? This is going to be epic. This is my 3rd shot here in our effort to break 12 on 3 holes without picking up or cheating or mulligans or you name it. Without further ado, shot number 3. Okay, I can work with that. We're shooting for par now. Let's rake up. You can do one of those old-timey themes while I'm raking. In our experiment of trying to break 12 on 3 holes. I'm going to look at it from this side, hit good look. If I miss this, it's a downhill shot. Still want to get close to the cup. Okay, I'm going to pull it out. Crouch down and try to get a good read. It's easier to see the grains, it's easier to see which way the green is going when you're lower down. Some people like to actually lie down, really get a good look. All right. You want to visualize that ball dropping in the cup, it really helps. I call it the cup is full of golf ball. Like, you know how they say the cup is half empty, cup is half full? My cup is full of golf ball. Well, that was a bad stroke. Let's see if we can get it in 5. It's probably could be a 6er. Come on in. Okay, so pros have what's called par saves. Hacks have these moments called bogey saves. I'm going to aim a little high side there, about a millimeter left of the cup, and it drops. So we did it. We got a bogey. We're still on pace to break 12 on 3 holes. The group ahead of us is now on the green. So sometimes when you play slowly a little bit, you can get to play with perfect freedom of starting when you want to. We are playing, of course, the back 9, the first 3 holes of the back 9 at Linrick. We are playing 10, 11, and 12. We just played 10, and we're going to play 11, which is another par 4. What else do we know about hole number 11? It's 334 yards from the white tees. Hole number 10 was 383, so this is a slightly shorter par 4. And I wonder if they're on the green. That's a 150 marker, so I'm guessing they're on the green. I'm going to go ahead and take my stance. Now you may see some tee markers as a tournament. What we got going on here is the Tee Them Up Golf Foundation. Tee Them Up Golf Foundation is having a little shindig. We're not part of that, but we're piggybacking on it. Kind of just noticed an opening. Sometimes when there's a tournament going on in the course, you can just kind of walk on and not pay your green fees because they just assume you're part of the tournament. Now, I don't recommend doing that. I'm just saying that in practice, it's true. You can just kind of walk on. People ask if you remember tournament, you take the swag bag, you just kind of walk in, and then it's usually not a problem.
About that.
Okay.
That was fun though.
But it is true, right? Like if you don't want to pay, like then no one, like they even asked me, do you want a box lunch?
No.
And I could have just said yes. Are you part of the Tee It Up Foundation?
Say no, it would have been rude.
Yeah, that would have been rude to not accept at that point if someone offers you. Typically, if someone offers you a box lunch in a pro shop, the correct answer is yes, because they don't often get rid of them all, even at tournaments. Okay, so this group ahead of me, I don't think they're at the hole. You think that's the hole? Could be. Yeah. Now this swamp here, well, it's not really a swamp, this lake, this man-made lake is interesting because this is the home of a certain lizard man who is a Columbia legend. He sleeps in that cove over there, like near those reeds. He comes out and he terrorizes people on the highway. So the water doesn't seem to be in play because it's that close to the tee box, but the lizard man, sometimes he jumps out and he grabs the ball in his mouth and spits it back at you. We're going to see if that happens or if we just have a regular uneventful hole. Let's see what happens. You could probably airbrush a lizard man picture into the water, just put him there. So he's really there, it's not a joke. That was where the wind almost blew me over. Let's take a practice swing. Almost blew the ball over there with my swing speed. Just take a nice and easy swing. Again, we're trying to break 12. We got 5 on the first hole. Okay, that will play really well. We're straight, we're on the fairway, left of the 150 marker. Our mission so far is going great. Let's keep up the hard work. When you get your fairways in regulation, and we've done that on the first 2 holes, you give yourself a legitimate shot at parring a hole. So the first thing you gotta do when you're working on driving ranges, forget about hitting it long, work on hitting it straight. Once you beat that slice, once you get off the hooks and get that out of your system and start hitting the ball straight, you're getting yourself a legitimate shot every single time to get a par. Let's see if we can do it. We didn't do it on the first hole. Let's see if we can do it right here. We're gonna need to do it once. We've only got 3 holes. Okay. This is probably our best shot, I think, that we'll have. This is a shot that you gotta be practicing all the time. This is a 100-yard shot. Are you kidding me? I don't even have my pitching wedge. Whatever happened to my pitching wedge? Oh, there it is. I do have my pitching wedge. I do. I was worried there I didn't have my pitching wedge, but I do. So, pitching wedge I could land a little short. 9-iron could land a little long. I'm gonna go with a pitching wedge though. A little short, I think is better than a little long on this hole. Okay, I mishit that, but it looks like it's going in the right direction. So let's take a look. We did it again. We had a good shot followed by a bad shot. And that's the problem if you have inconsistency issues like most people who fail to break 100 have. However, the key is don't panic, carry on, and go for it. This gives us an opportunity to use the square strike. People with chipping issues must have seen this infomercial. They've been all over Golf Channel, they've been everywhere following you if you have chipping issues. This is apparently has anti-chunk technology. Now, that may mean nothing, but it does have an easier to hit shape because it's more square like a putter, and you're supposed to do a putting motion when you chip. So for people that struggle with chipping, this may help you, especially when you're close on in. It's a 45-degreer. Let's walk to our ball and let's give the square strike a proper strike and see if we get close to that hole. We got a square club and we're trying to get a ball into a round hole. Let's do it. This isn't incongruous or anything. Carry on, shall we? So, we really got ourselves a shot at par here. We're at our 4th shot and we're knocking on par's door. Really close, but don't get ahead of yourself. Things look closer when you're far away. As I get a little bit closer, it's not a tap in. This is going to require some degree of skill. And when you have very little skill, that is always a concern. That said, I'm going to approach this like a champion and I am going to knock that ball in the hole. And if I don't, this will be the last time you ever see me because I will just take this and I will impale myself with a pin. All right, 4 par. Let's do this. Phew. All right. And we said we have to break 12, so that means we have to get 4 or under on this hole to do our mission of 3 holes under 12. And once you get to that point that you can do 3 consecutive holes under 12, you have a shot of breaking 100. You have a real shot, because you're gonna have a blow-up hole one way or another, but if you can pull together strings of 12, you're gonna get there. You get there sooner than later. There's a nice bench coming up, and it's a nice par 3, so we have a really good shot of finishing strong. So on the screen right now, you're seeing the 9, and we need to get, here's the white tees that we're playing from. We need to get, oh, we have a 9? 5 plus 4 is 9. Yeah, we have to get 3 or lower, right? To get 12? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had 2 par 4s is 8, and a par 3 is 11, and we're trying to get under 12, yeah. We gave ourselves a higher bar than I thought we did. But anyway, we're gonna still do it. We're not gonna cheap out on you. So we have a 9, and we have a par 3. We gotta par it, or we're done. Since it's, I learned this thing from a hole-in-one master, don't tee up on the par 3s if you're going for the hole-in-one. So I'm gonna take his advice. There's some sand here, so if I leave a chunky divot or something, I'll fill it in, don't you worry. Okay, I see that flag, and let's go for it. Hit a little right, gave herself a challenge. So we have about a 50-50 shot since we didn't hit ourselves right, you know, even close to close. We are shooting for birdie right here, but odds are kind of low. But I'm still confident we can do this. We can do this 3 consecutive holes under 12 challenge that all hackers should give themselves. It gives us another chance to take the square strike into action here, as we are at a chipping scenario. Don't know about this, but you can chip with a 7-iron if you want to. If you are so fortunate to have a lie like this and you forgot some clubs in your bag, never fear, your 7-iron is here. Lucky number 7, deliver me. So we left ourselves in a pickle. There's about a 70% chance that we miss this putt, but we're not defeatist. We carry on. Let's do this. And we failed. Let's see if we can get 13, which would be 1 above what we wanted to do. We did give ourselves a high bar. And then we're gonna do some math after, because I think we may still be okay with this one. All right. We didn't meet our challenge, we got 13, we wanted 12. But if you get 13 strokes on 3 holes, so 3 times 6 is 18, 13 times 6 is 60, 6 times 3 is 18. Wait, that's 78. Huh, we're fantastic. What am I doing to myself? Let's do that again. Is that correct? What I just did the math there? There are 18 holes on the golf course. We just did 3 consecutive holes. We shot 13 through 3 holes. We had 2 par 4s and a par 3, which is pretty indicative of, you know, golf course. Sure, we could have played some par 5s, and then maybe we would have done even better on those though, because our drives are pretty well. That would have set us up for pars. So just looking, we got 3 times 6 is 18. Oh yeah, no, I see the problem, because the par 5s would jack up the average. Not bad though, because that would be 70. So would it be breaking 100? If you averaged 13 on, this is without a par 5, so you have to add a stroke. Okay, let's add 2 strokes to factor in par 5s. So we got 13 through 3, but we didn't have a par 5. So let's just say we got 15 through 3. 15 times 6 would give us 60, 6, 90, we break 100. So what we've done is illustrated that you can break 100. We gave ourselves way too high of a bar when we said 12. We should have said 15, breaking 15, and keeping it, you know, keeping that train of playing bogey golf will get you there to break 100. Trying to keep the triple bogeys at bay, of course, which we did. And we succeeded in a mission of showing you how to break 100, but our hypothesis of what you needed to do was wrong due to mathematical inadequacies. Mathematical inadequacies. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this edition of 3 holes. Chili holes that became thawed out. New in the bag that I've been playing with lately, I started playing at Innisbrook with this puppy called the Square Strike. Probably seen it on TV. Yes, it's a gimmicky club, it's square-headed. It's good for those apron shots though, when you're a little bit off, because it has that shape of a putter, and where you would feel more comfortable with something with a little more chunkiness to it, even though it's anti-chunk technology when you flip it, whatever that means. But here's a wedge, okay? Along comes a wedge called the square strike. A wedge that's gonna make chunks and bladed chips bygones. It's 45 degrees. What's your first cut confidence like? When you're kind of off the fringe and it's a little bit heavier grass, you don't want to use your putter, you could, and you're kind of like debating it. This is sort of like a chipper is what they used to call this, but in this shape it's new, it's a square strike. This is gonna bolster your first cut confidence, or just beyond the first cut. They claim you can go for like 20 feet, 30 feet. I like it for that zone though. If you want to keep it in your bag, if you have trouble in that zone, that's a reason to keep it in your bag, okay? Keep it simple, you groove it back through just like a putting stroke and knock it close to the pin. Aim at your target and boom. All day long with the square strike. It's been Mike Deutsch. I hope you've been watching. No, yeah, sorry. 1, 2, 3.
3, 2, 1.
It's been Mike Deutsch. I hope you really enjoyed this 3-hole adventure. I know I did. It's given me the confidence to take it up a notch, do another 3-hole and break that 12 next time, because I know that what I scored is enough to break 100 through 18, but still, I want to break that 12 through 3 holes because I want to do things in increments before I take it all the way to the hole. You know what I'm saying? Probably not. I'm just trying to rhyme, but I don't have a script, so I'm freestyling. I think that came across quite well, and it's been real. Real later.